Alright, y'all, so I'm back from the store. I got all the ingredients, so we are going to be making meatloaf tonight for dinner. We're doing from the Full of Flavor cookbook by my cousin, Fontella Worthington, Chef Fawn. So it's on page 42 if y'all are doing the meatloaf with me. But y'all ain't got the book yet, so y'all gotta get the book. Get the book. That's what I'm telling you. The meatloaf have to be the bomb. Alright, so now her meatloaf is for 4 to 6 people. Let me see. Yields. Let me go to 42. After the night, she even got yams in here, y'all. I'm gonna make some yams another day, but not today. Okay, so meatloaf. It yields 4 to 6 servings, I guess. So I don't really need 4 to 6 servings because it's just me gonna have the meatloaf. So I'm gonna be doing like probably half of the ingredients that's on here. Like she got 2 pounds of ground beef. Well, I got like 1.25 pound of ground beef. But I got 100% lean ground beef. Y'all see I got it from the Publix. So let's go ahead and get our stuff going. So I got everything she's asked for in the ingredients. I think I got everything. So it said in a mixing bowl, add your raw ground beef, breadcrumbs, egg, onions, green peppers, garlic paste, ketchup, and milk, and mix well. So let's do that right now. All right, y'all. So I have plastic gloves. If you don't have plastic gloves, that's fine. But I just like to use plastic gloves because we're going to be dealing with raw meat. And when I'm dealing with raw meat, I don't necessarily want to pass that on to anything else or whatever. So, but before I put the raw meat on there in the bowl, let me go ahead and chop up these onions. All right, y'all. So I got my onions and my green peppers cut up in the bowl, right? So now we're going to put our gloves on because we got to handle this raw meat. We're also going to be doing our breadcrumbs. We're doing, let me see also she said insert. Breadcrumbs, our egg, onions, green peppers, the garlic paste. I did get some garlic paste from Publix. Now, once y'all get the book, on the front of the book, it says we don't measure our ingredients. So, I'm not measuring the ingredients. We just gonna go with it. Have an egg. Alright, so let's start. Got the green ground beef. We'll add that in there. Just like that. I know it didn't say go ahead and round it up now, but I like to put some of the stuff together with my hand. We're going to add the egg. 1 egg. Gotta have the egg. We're going to put in the breadcrumbs. As you said, the breadcrumbs. A little bit of breadcrumbs. Okay. Then we're going to add our garlic paste. Here is the garlic paste. I got mine from Publix. So we just going to unscrew that. Take this old part off. Garlic paste. Garlic paste, about a teaspoon, she said. Okay, got that in there. Ketchup, a little ketchup. I got the good Heinz ketchup. And we're only putting in a half a cup of ketchup. So we're gonna put the ketchup in there. Ketchup. That's about a half a cup. I don't really need a half a cup because I don't have that much meat. Ketchup and the milk. So we're going to add milk. I went and got some milk from the store because I don't normally do like regular milk. I normally do soy milk. But soy milk sometimes don't give you the same texture and the same flavor when people say use regular milk. So I got regular milk. Like even for my potatoes that I'm cooking tonight, because I'm gonna boil the potatoes. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna boil the potatoes and then I'm gonna put a little milk. How much milk am I putting in here? A cup of milk. Cup of milk. All right, that's a cup of milk. About 3/4 of a cup. And then it says, add the remaining season and shape it into a loaf. Okay, so as I'm adding these others, which is pepper, we have garlic powder. Add a little garlic powder in there. We have some cumin, ground cumin. I gotta open this up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna add these seasons and then be back. If y'all wanted to see the ingredients, there's some chives, chopped chives, smoked paprika, right there. Some garlic powder, some onion powder, some cumin, and cayenne pepper. Those are the ingredients. All right, y'all. So I'm putting on my gloves so I can put it in a loaf, and we can get ready to put it on our wire rack. We're going to let it sit. It says put it on the wire rack to let your meat dry out. And so here's my wire rack that I'm going to be using before we put it in the oven. So I'm going to put it on the wire rack and I'll be back. All right, y'all. So there go my meatloaf. It's all patted up. And then I'm going to take the dry seasonings and put it on top while it's waiting for the meat to dry out. Because it said put it on here and let the meat dry out. So it's on a wire rack drying out. I'm going to go ahead and put some dry seasoning on top before we put it in the oven for 45 minutes. All right, y'all. So I took the dry seasonings and I put them in this little bowl over here. And I stirred them all together. See, I'm putting on my glove because like I said, when you're working with raw meats, you want to be careful. We don't give nobody sick. So these are that's my little dry rub right there. And I'm just going to take it and put it over top of it like this. I'm just doing that. Sprinkling it on there. And this is our garlic powder, the cumin, the smoked paprika, little chives. I just put all of them together in this bowl. Now I gotta just give it a little pat. A little pat like that. So it's nice and seasoned on top and all around the sides. That's probably gonna give it a good crust too. So my meat look like it's drying out nice and well. So once I put that in the oven for 45 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my potatoes because I'm having real mashed potatoes tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up and get those boiling inside the broth. And then I'll also put my string beans on at the same time. It's gonna be a good dinner tonight. I'll be back. All right, y'all. So my meat is loafed up. Y'all see it's nice and loafy. It's seasoned good. But y'all, you know when you can smell food before it's cooked, you know it's going to be good. So I'm going to go ahead. My oven is already preset to 375. It's nice and warm. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in the oven right now. Just toss it in the oven. Just like that for 45 minutes. And y'all see I got my potatoes up there boiling. I got my string beans. They're just waiting on my work. I got to put some meat in there and let those rock. But I will be back for the final reveal. Actually, I'll be back before the final reveal because I got to take that out and put in my sauce. So you get your barbecue sauce. You get your favorite barbecue sauce. You're going to put some honey and all your dry seasonings in there. We're going to mix it together. And then we're going to put it back on the meatloaf. And then we're going to put it back in the oven. So just stay tuned. All right, y'all. So this is 45 minutes in the oven. Now we're going to go ahead and put our barbecue sauce drizzle on top. And I'm just giving it a good stir with all the little dry seasons and the barbecue sauce. I'm going to give it a little drizzle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it on here. Then I'm going to take my little brush and brush it down. All right, y'all, so I got the barbecue drizzle on there. Now we're going to put it back in the oven for another 25 minutes. And I will see y'all when it's time to eat. Peace.